Saul Canelo Alvarez returns with a vengeance. Um, Pretty much dominated Alfredo Angulo. Overall, I thought it was a very entertaining fight, though. Canelo Alvarez clearly had a huge size advantage coming to this fight, and you could clearly tell that he made Angulo respect his power very early in the fight. And I don't know, for some reason it seemed like to me uh, Angulo wasn't as explosive uh, as he was in this fight against like in Lara. I noticed he was a little more explosive, and Lara is a slickster, but I clearly saw from beginning early on rounds about 1 through 4. Um, Angulo's punches just didn't have any effect on Canelo at all, man. I don't know if that was just Angulo or just Canelo was too big for him, but I could clearly see, man, that Angulo's punches just really just wasn't there in the very early portion of the fight. As the fight progressed, Angulo was just taking some vicious shots, man. Taking some vicious bombs. He took some pretty devastating body shots, but he hung in there. And you know, 10th round of the fight, Tony Weeks came in there, and Canelo landed a very vicious, very caught him with a very good left uppercut. I mean, that uppercut had some serious leverage on it. Snapped his head back. Um, I'm hearing a lot of people's different reactions about the stoppage. A lot of people think it was premature. A lot of people think it was right. My only question is, when it comes to the stoppage, man, is where is the guidelines, you know, for referees when it comes to stopping a fight? Now I know that a referee's job is to look out for the fighter. Never wants to see no serious injuries to a fighter, but we also have to look at all the other fights that has been worse than that, and those fights weren't stopped. So I'm just kind of really wanting to know, where is the line drawn? What is the guidelines when it comes to the referees being stopped? Because I've seen way worse situations that should have been stopped than this. I mean, if you guys go back and look at Timothy Bradley versus Ruslan, that fight could have easily been stopped. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we still don't know what would have happened if Tony Weeks would have let Angulo, continue the fight. One punch could change anything at all times. But I honestly feel that if the fight was not stopped, I think it would have went to the distance. Canelo would have easily won the fight. He was very much up ahead on the scorecards easily. I gave Angulo maybe about 1 or 2 rounds at the most. No more. I can't really give him no more than 2 rounds. I mean, there was times when Canelo. I mean, I saw this dude, man. Twirling his shoulders and trying to look fancy, and I'm thinking to myself this whole entire time, where was this Canelo when he fought Mayweather? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know that Angulo's style kind of makes Canelo look good, but this whole entire time I saw Canelo using aggressiveness, and he was pushing Canelo back. He was backing Angulo up and this and that, going to the body a lot. Um, I'm just thinking to myself, damn, where was this? Where was this Canelo against Floyd? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's in the past. Whatever. Um, Canelo Canelo had a very good, solid performance, man. I liked his performance, but I'm really more intrigued to see where he goes from here now, because There are so many damn fights for Canelo right now. It's not even funny. I mean, in the post-fight interview, they're already talking about him versus the winner of Cotto Martinez, Arislandi Lara. I could be mistaken, but I believe that the Mayweather versus Maidana undercard is already confirmed, and I believe they said it was Arislandi Lara going to be taking on Ishe Smith. Now, if that's true, I'm telling you guys right now, I'm going to have to go with Arislandi Lara in that fight. I believe it's going to be. I think Arislandi Lara is going to stop him somewhere like around the sixth round. I think it's going to be a master class performance by Arislandi Lara. I just don't believe Ishe Smith has the tools that Arislandi Lara has. I think Arislandi Lara is going to be he's going to be a little bit too much for him if that fight happens. So Canelo came into this fight, I believe at 168 pounds. So I'm just really intrigued to see where he goes from here. My thoughts on the stoppage was that I kind of do agree with Virgil Hunter. He did get hit with just one punch, which I thought was kind of wrong when he stopped the fight like that. I say if the guy's getting hit by some serious combinations. Now I'm not saying that he should let the fight go on all the way to the 12th round if Angulo is beaten up to like a serious bloody pulp. But if it's up to the point where Canelo's throwing combinations and Angulo can't defend himself, then I can see the stoppage in that fight. But I think the way how Tony Weeks was looking at it as a whole entire accumulation of punches, that Canelo is doing to Angulo throughout the whole entire fight. And I think that's why Tony Weeks came in there and stopped the fight. I really wish that, the ring announcer would have, interviewed Tony Weeks in the ring. And I wanted to actually hear his thoughts on why he thought the stoppage was right. I believe at the post-fight interview, after he interviewed Angulo, I think he was actually kind of, looking for Tony Weeks, but I don't know where he was at or what he was doing. But I don't think there's going to be a rematch. Canelo clearly won this fight in very good fashion. I think Angulo could bounce back. He's a very strong, tough fighter. He could bounce back, man. But overall, I actually went to the movie theater to watch this fight. I didn't want to live stream it because I actually really wanted to see Canelo and how he could bounce back from a really crushing defeat to Floyd Mayweather. And I gotta highly recommend it, man. If you guys ever have a chance to go to movie theater, I highly recommend it. I didn't think this fight was pay-per-view worthy, in my opinion. I don't think the card was stacked enough. It was cool to see, the Japanese guy come back, Arakawa. I believe Canelo's brother was on the card. He had Leo Santa Cruz. He dominated that guy. But I just don't think the card itself was, pay-per-view quality for me to dish out, $50 or whatever it is. But the cool thing about the movie theater is that it's not that much people. If you really want to, concentrate on a fight, instead of going to a sports bar, sometimes a sports bar is like really loud and it's really hard to hear the post-fight interviews and everybody's yelling and screaming and shit. So I definitely recommend, man, if you guys ever have a chance, go watch a pay-per-view fight in the movie theater. It was actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna do that shit like all the time, you know what I'm saying? But I'll definitely do it again sometime. We got Danny Garcia, Mauricio O'Hara coming up real soon. I'm at the point now where Danny Garcia has proved me wrong enough times. I'm definitely be going with Danny Garcia pretty much until somebody beats him. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's that good of a fighter now. Deontay Wilder, He's going to be going up against a Malik Scott. That's going to be one hell of a fight. That's going to be finally a serious challenge for Deontay Wilder. I can't wait for that. We got Cotto. I'm sorry, we got Cotto Martinez coming up. I think Martinez is going to outbox Cotto, but we could see some ring rust from Martinez. So it'll be interesting to see how he adapts, in the ring after that serious injury or whatever he had. And then, Mayweather, Maidana, not really stoked about the fight, but I'll do a video about it pretty soon. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. But good performance by Canelo. I really want to see where he goes from here. So that's all I got. Peace out.